Right, we are in full self-driving 13.2.8 in the Cybertruck, and we're going to let it rip. We're going to a supermarket, and the supermarket is a bit off from here. It is in Garden Grove, California. We are in Anaheim, California. It is a windy day, and let's just see how the car behaves. What we think should encounter. That place is an extremely busy parking lot, and the entrance spots are kind of off, so I want to see how it handles that scenario. And first off is the stop sign in the right hand turn was seamless, pretty good. So the Cybertruck and full self-driving tends to struggle, and well, let's see where it takes us right now. It's going into this inside street. There's two cars on the left lane. That's not a good sign. And oh, this car is moving too. Wow, that was a brave new world. Wow, that car was moving. Our car was moving. We aggressively pushed through that. That was a bit jarring, a bit scary, to be honest. I thought the car would just like freak out and stop, but it didn't. It just bossed its way through, and that's the right thing to do, because you can't just let people just walk all over you. Okay, so good on you, Cybertruck. And we should be on the right hand side, but for whatever reason the Cybertruck is like dead in the middle, which is not good for a right hand turn. But the turn is fine because there was no traffic. Should have done better though. It got closer to the right hand side. But I'll tell you that the Cybertruck and full self-driving, it kind of does it behaves a bit differently when there's people around versus when there's no people. And maybe I detected that since there's no people around, he's just gonna follow the law like extremely close to the T. And so that's something you'll find with full self-driving. It definitely drives different when there's folks around. So your natural inclination is to hug the right hand to make a right hand turn. However, you know, this truck, full self-driving, it just does its own thing. It's not what a human would do, but I believe if there was more traffic and you could see it, it would have hugged that right hand side. And we're on the street. Let's get a better view. Oops. There we go. So the street has cars parked on the side. It's a large, massive street. Maybe it chose the street because it's large and massive, but maybe it chose the street because there's like, I'm not running into any lights. It's just nice, smooth sailing. So we are gonna get there quicker than expected. It says 17 minutes still. Wow, 17 minutes on the inside streets. That's a bit of a drive, to be honest. I wasn't expecting it to be that long. So we are encountering our first. Is this no? This is the second left turn, and this turn should be more difficult. Let's see. At this light. Yeah, the opposing side doesn't have any. It doesn't have a lot of vehicles. Should be good. If not, the bailing out scenario would be to step on the accelerator. We are creeping up. Creeping. All right, we should be good. And I don't have to yell at this vehicle to get moving. Those left turns are always going to be a concern. For the earlier editions, there was a time when the Cybertruck would run over those curbs. So when you're making a left turn like that and there's an oncoming vehicle, it gives you flashbacks. It's hard to let go of the past misbehaviors. So aside from that, we are smooth sailing, 41 miles an hour on this street. Is there anyone around? It shows that there's no one around. And I am looking at this at longer. I'm staring at the screen for longer amounts of time, and it's the tattletale on top is like it doesn't care as much. The more confident system won't care. Eventually, its job is going to be gone, except for that new feature of inspecting if there's children left in the car. And in those scenarios, then the AC will just automatically turn on and keep them from overheating. This car heats up extremely hot. And I mean, maybe it's, I'm not saying that's the stainless steel, but it's probably this black interior. It gets extremely hot up in this vehicle when it's parked. And if you don't have that air conditioning turned on to keep the temperatures down, then it gets really hot. And I do not have that setting on because I find that it's a waste of energy. Vehicles are approaching the rear. That means it's time to go. Come on, here we go. All right, on the road again. And the smooth ride is something you can expect from these Teslas. You can see the pavement. You look at the pavement. This street is a mess. It is a total mess. It's been destroyed. It is old. It's aging, and it needs work. However, this Cybertruck is very quiet, and the new Model Ys are reportedly as quiet or even more quiet than this machine. And it's good strides for Tesla. In the past, these cars would rattle a lot, and the build quality would be put in question. There are a lot of people, big publications like Road and Track and Motor Trend, that are not very favorable to the Teslas because of the build quality issues. From what I can tell with this Tesla, I mean, this is my only one that I've owned. It's been great. My mom has a 2024 Model Y. That seemed great. It is a late model version though. I have been into previous models where the rattling is absolutely insane. And so it's rightfully pointed out that Tesla needed to work on it. They did work on it, and here it is. Move fast and break things, their motto. So where are we on the map? Let's see. Okay, so I'm waiting for that turn. That turn is coming up. Okay, it's detecting that I turned away from the screen. As far as our driving goes, it is a blast. It is just so amazing that you could go in these vehicles and just be so carefree. And I know that some people, they want to mash the gas or the accelerator and drive hard, and this vehicle can drive hard. It is a very powerful vehicle, and you can feel that in the full self-driving. It just effortlessly goes up to speed, and it can go up to a lot more speed, and it's quite uncommon for trucks to be this fast. But aside from that, if you want to just relax, well, the full self-driving is getting awfully good. When I was going down to Orange County, and I don't believe I did any interventions until I got out. So the final destinations are always going to be a little bit tricky. And we're going to see how it behaves in this very large parking lot. You'll see it very soon. It's not going to take much time to get there. For now, I mean, we're just chugging along. It's very straight in the lane. Back on the road again. Everything's nice and smooth. Where is the turn? Okay, so there is going to be a bit of a turn up there. And here we are making a slight left. And while we wait for his turn, let's catch up on some news. Tesla As a reminder, our mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, cleaner, more livable cities, and fully renewable economy that benefits all on Earth. And the caption says, we're building a world powered by solar energy, running on batteries and transported by electric vehicles. Oh, what's going on here? Is this a traffic? Oh, okay, so there's dips here, so cars are just going slower in this area. And there is a bit of traffic building up. Yellow. What? I'm going to ABC Market? That's what you... Is it inside the plaza? Okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. It's yes. It's in there. Lamvang. Okay. So that was the old lady, always wanting something, never giving enough. So we are on Lamson and Magnolia, making our way down. And we are approaching this turn. It should be simple enough for the Tesla. I just want to see it happen. We're keeping nice and close to the car ahead. And we can see 2 cars ahead, which is nice. And like I was saying in the past vehicle, the Tesla having the full self-driving cameras a few feet in front of you, that should help the system be better at detecting incidents better than humans, because it is further ahead and it is higher. So like, imagine having somebody sit in the car that's not an Asian, that has real height and a long neck, and you're just leaning forward. You can see more because of that. And on top of that, there's a 360 vision. And here we go on the turn. Okay. Nice and smooth. What if I punch the gas? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It got up really quick. And I don't believe you can go beyond the safety mechanisms. But if you want to close the gap and you don't want people just merging onto your lane because of how aggressive people drive in this area, then you can certainly do that. Just slam on the accelerator. So as we do this drive, let's talk about 13.2.8. So there's still lingering issues. Obviously, you're not going to encounter them every time, but if you're going to go into a merge lane, that seems to be a troublesome issue. Sometimes if you're turning right, that it stops a bit too early. Turning right or turning left at a non-sign, like these would be considered signs. It instructs the vehicle to move when it turns green. But let's just say you're at a place where there's a known sign that just like an arrow in the floor, then in those areas it can run into issues, and that it can have an issue detecting vehicles coming at you really quickly. For instance, you're looking at traffic on this side, and you can guesstimate that if you have X amount of room, like from here to here, that you can make the turn safely. So the vehicle does that, but your estimation can be wrong, or the vehicle estimation in predicting how fast oncoming traffic is going is a bit off, in that you're gonna turn and they might hit you like a T-bone you. So if you turn and you're not turning fast enough, they could T-bone you. But I think that's the Tesla knows that, or it makes a prediction that even though they're going faster than normal, they should slow down because they can clearly see you are going. And it's like a risky prediction, a game of dare. Okay, the Tesla clearly can make it. It has enough room, and even if you're going 10 miles above the speed limit, it has enough room. It's just that it plays chicken with that person and with your life. But if you weren't able to do that, then you'd get nowhere. So there's both sides of the argument. If the car isn't able to play chicken, then it would just sit around and look at other cars move in front of it and just give up. So at some point, it does have to have some aggression. It has to be able to push forward. Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay, so it's going to go way past, and then let's just let it do it. It's gonna need to go over 2 lanes, and it's just nonchalantly just cruising along. And there's 2 cars right here. It has to pass up. Okay, we're going past one. Is the other car gonna allow us? Because it sees this truck, and it might not allow us. Okay, there it is. We're gonna force our way on through. Alright, so we are getting close. And here it is. We are finally at the spot. But can it turn inside? That's always been a struggle. The final destinations. Can it turn in? Can it find a parking spot? Where is it going to turn in? Because there's like multiple lanes up here. It's a bit confusing. Let's see. We really should turn in right here, but it's not. So I'm going to be ready to brake because this is like iffy, right? These right turns. Okay, if we do them at all. I should have looked at the GPS. It wants to go back, way back here, because it is a lot safer. Okay. It's not the most optimal. It's not the way I would have chose it, but then again, I don't have access to this GPS. I can't do a fine pinpoint. I can't move the GPS once it's set. You understand? So there's a disconnect between the GPS and this, and I overrode it because I believe it was going to turn in. And I need to park over there. Really, it's not even over here. So it would have been interesting to let it turn in, and I'll let it do it up here. Okay. Is it going to turn in? Yes, it's going to turn in. Is it going to be able to park okay? Alright, it's given up. We're just stuck here. Alright, anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Take care.